So we just made it back to Lucca. My phone kind of died, so we're going back to the hotel. But first I think we're going to dinner because we're running a little late. We made reservations for 8 p.m. And my phone is also low on battery, so I'm going to try to show you guys as much as I can.
This is highly family. Don't get your hair in there.
Yeah, that would not. Alright, good morning guys and welcome to day 2. We actually are leaving today, but we're going to have some breakfast because we are staying in a bed and breakfast. So she just finished making breakfast for us now. And then hopefully we'll get to walk around the town a little bit and tell you guys a little bit of the history of this particular part. We are in downtown Lucca, so we're near the famous church and a bunch of cute little restaurants and bars. This is actually where we were yesterday was a famous beach town, so a lot of people go there for the beach, not just the carnival. So it was busy pretty much year round. I'm sorry I didn't get the rest of the footage of like the town at night like I was hoping I would. My phone would not let me be great, so I had to shut it down and save it for in case we got lost or something weird happened, because I spent most of my battery videotaping the carnival. But so far it's been a great experience. I'm really happy that I went. I wish I had dressed up. I think all you saw was when I was going to the ice bar, I had my like little mask on. But people really went all out. There were some people that didn't dress up, which I'm assuming those people in the past maybe did, and then this time they decided to calm it down. I really just wanted to observe, but it's a lot more fun when you dress up because it allows you to interact with people more and kind of talk about your costumes and take pictures of them. They want to take pictures of you. But I did get pulled into the parade to dance, so that was really cool. And I did get thrown, people threw a lot of confetti at me, which was a lot of fun. But definitely I would say next time when I go, I want to dress up and really be a part of the parade. So we are finally in downtown Lucca. We just left our parking. You guys saw earlier, they actually drove us to the parking. Another thing I wanted to mention to you is that when you do book at La Roma, which is like right in the center, so it's like walking distance, La Romea, sorry. It's walking distance from everything. You're really close to Viareggio if you just drive over there. They said call them or email them and book through them, because if you book through a booking agent, they're going to charge you all this crazy fees and have you booking all these crazy rooms, which will happen to us. But our friends, they booked through them. So if you're going to book through them, do it that way. So now I'm going to show you guys a little tour of the town. We're going to do a little walkthrough and see if there's a sea in Lucca. It's really beautiful here right now. It is January, what's today?
Oh, I think it's what, 28th?
Yeah, like the 28th of January, so it's like towards the end of January. And normally in Veneto, where we are in Vicenza, it's very, very cold. Like I need like a full-blown coat and a scarf and boots and like 3 shirts to walk around. But right now here, it's like springtime. It's at least like a good 20 degrees warmer here than it is there. So that's the thing to look forward to during Carnevale. You don't need a lot of layers when you're over here. They're eating well out here. So here's one of the places where people go to get water. It's not like in Vicenza. It's a lot more, I would say, natural in the sense that, well, just the way it looks. But I believe it's just regular natural water. In Vicenza, we have something like this, except it's very technical. But I think this is really neat and really unique to Lucca. So over there is the famous wall that everyone, when they come to Lucca, that they climb. We will not be climbing this time. Maybe the next time we come to Lucca. But it's pretty neat. People do this regularly, and it's a cool little walk around the wall of the little town. Because growing up in Japan, I used to get this all the time. It's in the center of Lucca, and they have a bunch of options. They have the fruit filling bubbles. Right. So we have made it to San Miguel. Church, the famous church that I talked about earlier. This is a really small one. Normally they're a lot bigger than this, with their own little market. Wow, it is bright, very bright. These are some traditional biscuits here in Lucca. I feel like I've seen them in Vicenza too. But this one, they've made some with coffee, but the traditional one is with licorice. We just got a couple of those. It should be good. Those have chocolate on them too. Alright, so we have finally made it. I'm sorry, the other place was not the church. This is it. It's where we were last night. And I didn't get a pic video because it was way, way, way too dark. About Lucca, that they have a little town about Puccini, the famous opera singer, and they have his house where he grew up and where he really was born to commemorate him and all his great achievements. So when you're walking around here, you're going to see a lot of things like that. Alright guys, good morning. I am back in Vicenza now after spending really a day and a half in Lucca. It was such an amazing experience, and the place I stayed at was amazing, honestly, and the location was perfect, and being able to see the little town was great. I've never been to Lucca before. I've been in Italy, well, really kind of back and forth, but for a total of like 6 years, and this is my first time seeing Lucca. I've heard like so many great things about it, and I'm glad I finally got to see it, and I want to go back again sometime soon because me and Julia will be going back to the States, so I think it'll be a good little trip for us to take and just kind of hit all the hot points on the way down because, you know, why not? Everyone does Tuscany, right? And the food was exceptionally good. So I had a really simple dish, and an osteria in the town. It was quite delicious, and the pricing was not bad at all. I think I have the name of the osteria, but I know that if directions wise, if you're walking toward like where I showed you guys, where like there was that marble church. Wow, the marble church. When you're walking down that street, if you keep going straight, you'll hit the osteria like head on. So it's like straight down that way. And I got this a really simple dish of like mushrooms and olives, and it was so good. And I got this cheese, the Tuscan cheese with pears, which was just, oh my God, so good. But anyways, yeah, so the Carnevale was amazing. I hope you guys enjoyed the explanation from Gia, our hostess at the La Romea. I'm hoping to go down to Venice and see their Carnevale at night, because I've never been to Carnevale at night. I've only been during the day when I was a teenager, so we get to see all the cool stuff everyone talks about seeing. So we're gonna go next weekend, I believe, for Carnevale here in the Veneto region, so in Venice. But the Carnevale in Viareggio was, oh my gosh, hilarious. And like I said earlier in the video, you gotta come to Viareggio with a sense of humor, especially if you're from the States. Right now, if you're gonna be going to Carnevale next year, just be prepared for all kinds of stuff. Even if you're from here or any other country, they have no mercy, like none. What I didn't like was that the center, which happens a lot when you go to big centers like that, they do charge an arm and a leg for something as simple as a ugo. Like I got a ugo just to kind of sit down, find a place to use the bathroom, because you can't just go to the bathroom. You have to, you know, pay for a drink or a coffee or a brioche or something like that, and then go to the bathroom. But we went and sat down in the center after we paid 20 euros to get into the carnival. We were like, okay, let's, you know, sit down and get a drink, and it was like 8 euros just for Ugo. And I asked them for ginger, you know, which is an extra thing. Most places do it with ginger without an extra charge, but normally a Ugo costs about 2.50, but they charged me 8 euros because of the festivities. So they were charging a lot more, and even for a coffee, they charged kind of like way too much. But I get it, it's the effect. You know, you're paying for the effect of being in the place, and a super touristy place at that. But that was one thing that kind of like shocked me. And they didn't have any frittelle, which I was really disappointed about, because I'm obsessed with frittelle. But they did have lots of sandwich places you could go to, and they had a lot of gelato. It was very, like I said, very warm. They had a lot of gelaterias you could go to, and coffee shops, of course. Oh, and this is our apartment, me and Julia's apartment here in Vicenza. I'm hoping to come to you guys soon with some more videos about, you know, people have been asking me about like our story, particularly me and Julia's story about like how we met. I get these questions all the time, how we met, and how we have done our journey these last 4 years, and how we got married and where we got married and the paperwork and all that fun stuff, and where we're gonna be at now that we are officially a couple, and you know, paperwork part is pretty much done. So I'm gonna come to you guys with some answers on those things, making some videos that I feel like could be really helpful to a lot of other people going through something similar, because me and him really struggled with our process, especially finding answers and finding resources and finding money, because it was very expensive, and trying to kind of manage this whole international relationship, and managing being married and being far away from each other for a whole year before we can actually like really see each other again. So it's a little complicated, and I would be really happy to kind of share it with you guys out there if you are needing help on understanding, like if you're an American looking to marry someone from another country, like what that looks like, particularly someone from Italy, what that looks like and how to do that, and the costs that are involved and the paperwork that's involved, and whether or not you need a lawyer, and how long you should be expecting to wait in the different processes with that, and how we got through it, and how long it actually took than what they tell you it's going to take, and how politics got involved. And then I'll be updating you guys after we get to the U.S. and things like that. So right now we're in Italy and trying to work this thing out, and I'm taking a semester, not semester off, but I'm taking a semester online while we're waiting for those things. So I'll get to you guys the video on all of those things because I feel like it's really important and people need answers and trying to figure this out. So I'll get to you guys in a video giving you all the details about our relationship and how it's been affecting me as a college student and me going back and forth, and my story of how I met him and how I ended up overseas, and yeah.